Are we getting hot in here, or are we just talking about fire signs? Welcome to AstroMagic IRL. My name is Naomi. I'm your cosmic companion and everyday alchemist. Today, we're talking about fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and how they shape the way a character or planet expresses itself. But first, a quick recap on how the game works. In astrology, the houses are where the action happens, the planets are the characters making that action happen, and the zodiac signs explain the energy of how the characters are expressing the action. Signs don't act on their own, they shape the conditions, the terrain, and the style that the planet uses when it acts. To make this easier to picture, let's imagine the sun is a character in a game. In the Luminaries episode, we talked about how the sun represents your outward identity and how you move through the world and how other people experience you. On a birth chart, the sun is placed in a specific sign. You've probably already know your sun sign. That sign determines the starting gear, the tools, and the combat style that your sun character is going to be equipped with in this game. Same sun, different loadout. And this logic applies to every planet in your chart. So for example, let's take Mars, the warrior planet we learned about in the Malefics episode. Placed in a fire sign, Mars tends to fight head on. It strikes first, asks questions later, or maybe not at all. It has direct hits, no hesitation. But that same Mars placed in a different zodiac sign will behave very differently. But to keep things simple, for this video, we're just gonna focus on the sun. So the fire signs are, again, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And any planet operating within these three fire signs tends to act quickly, directly, and it trusts its instinct over caution. In game terms, fire signs create attack-oriented conditions. Planets in these signs don't wait for the perfect moment. They create momentum. So when the sun character is placed in any of the fire signs, it expresses itself through action, courage, and momentum. But that energy doesn't move all the same way, depending on the sign. Each fire sign has a different movement style, and this changes how that fiery energy is used. In astrology, these movement styles are cardinal, fixed, and mutable. And you can think of them as three different game movement mechanics: initiation, stabilization, and exploration. That's why each of these three fire signs feels bold and energized, but each in very different ways. So let's talk about Sun in Aries. This is your cardinal fire sign. Cardinal signs initiate, they charge ahead, they start things. When the sun is in Aries, the character is lightly armored and built for speed. It launches first, reacts fast, and learns by doing. Ready, fire, aim. In a game, this is the first charger player who hits start, charges forward, and doesn't even stop to ask for backup. Now let's talk about Sun in Leo. This is the fixed fire, radiant leader player. Fixed signs hold and sustain energy once it's in motion. When the sun is in Leo, the character is dressed to be seen. The gear is bold, the stance is confident, and the goal is to command the field. In a game, this is the radiant leader player who takes center stage, rallies the team, and refuses to dim their light. They're going to be leading the charge, and plenty of people are going to follow their lead. Finally, we have the sun in Sagittarius. This is the mutable fire sign, and I like to think of it as the long-range explorer. Mutable signs adapt, they pivot, and they expand. When the sun is in Sagittarius, this character is geared for movement. Light armor, long-range tools, and a vehicle built for distance rather than defense. In a game, this is the long-range explorer character, scanning the horizon, looking for the next map, the next quest, the next expansion. So if you have planets in fire signs, those parts of you tend to move quickly, act on instinct, charge ahead, learn through experience, and recover quickly after setbacks. But fire burns fuel, and without rest, it can burn out just as fast as it ignites. Fire reminds us that momentum comes from action. You don't need perfect certainty to begin. You just need a spark. Next time, we're gonna talk about earth signs, where planets put on heavier armor, slow down, and start building something that lasts. In the meantime, drop your fire placements in the comments: sun, moon, rising, anything else, and I'll tell you how the energy may be showing up for you. And if this series is helping you see astrology differently, please like and subscribe. Join my constellation. I put out a new video every Thursday. Thank you so much. Talk again soon.